Deadrock is back, and we start off where we left off with the principal transformed and about to kill everyone. There's a quick debate over whether or not they're going to run away or not, but it's quickly accepted the fact that they have nowhere to go. This guy can just chase them easily and kill them, so they're going to have to fight. In fact, Choco immediately transforms into her human form. I like how the Vice Principal's plan A is just to rip a tree out of the ground and start using it as a bat. It's probably the most simplistic way of using his size and power, but it is effective. Oh, and by the way, I already knew that Megito technically didn't wear a bra based on her outfit, but apparently she also doesn't wear panties. Based on this shot here, she's going completely commando underneath. Fry's the one who handles the tree bat because, well, fire. She just burns it away easily. And now the Vice Principal's been disarmed, Choco and Honey then do their counterattack, and apparently it does 0 damage. It doesn't even phase him. And then the Vice Principal counterattacks by just stomping on them with his hand. What I think is surprising is that apparently Choco does get hit. She says, ow, but she survives, unlike Honey, who got turned to goo. So I guess she has a more durable body. She probably did it with her magic. Honey, on the other hand, is just shattered. Like, he's just pieces. Again, that's literally just a gag going forward, apparently. He's always just going to get smashed to pieces. Ryzen tries to go for the legs, but apparently this big bastard can move way too fast for his size. Like, he literally jumps so high up that he looks like he's flying. Like, seriously, something that big should not have that level of speed. But apparently he does. Pikachu tries to summon her zombies, but obviously the Vice Principal isn't going to let her do that. He just smashes all of them, almost kills her in the process, but Yakuto's able to save her. Funny thing is, she's more upset about her zombies being dead than the fact that she almost died herself. I've said this multiple times. I think that she would be the one to betray all of them. I believe this based on the fact that she has the most twisted of all of their personalities, but based on the fact that the Vice Principal is kind of forcing her hand, I think she might actually not betray them at this point. Well, it's still a 60-40 thing. There's still a 40% chance she's going to betray everyone. But now I'm leaning towards self-preservation being more important, and apparently the bigwigs wanting her dead alongside Yakuto. So it's not really a choice on her part, it's more like she just has to do it to survive. She has to join Yakuto. Riser then throws Yakuto with his sword up to the face of the Vice Principal. Yakuto then uses his dragon arm to punch the Vice Principal in the face, and once again it does 0 damage, so they literally cannot hurt this dude. He is just invulnerable to all of their attack. Ryzen points out that there's no way they can win and they really should just run away, but Yakuto's like, well, if we can't beat this guy, we'll never beat God. Once again, Yakuto's the only one who actually cares about beating God. Well, Choco does too, but that's neither here nor there. Now, the Vice Principal has this win in the bag, but then he does something that just fucks himself over. He grabs the portal, and he starts using it as a weapon, and by slamming it down, he breaks the seal that's on the portal. Now, the reason why this portal was here, I assumed it would be involved taking on God, but no. It's here because the wizard that was killed in the last chapter apparently uses to seal away a powerful monster, and now that the Vice Principal has broken the seal, he released the powerful monster, and it happens to be a white dragon. And it immediately starts going on a rampage, which makes perfect sense. I mean, if I was sealed away for who knows how long, I would also like to kill everything around me just to get off some steam. And the Vice Principal then just freaking the fuck out because he just realized he summoned something that even he can't beat. The Vice Principal even recognized it as the Calamity from floor 2007. Now, we learned in chapter 1 that the lower the floor, the more dangerous it is, and therefore the more powerful you need to be to survive there. If this thing is from floor 2007, then this thing is like a god compared to everyone else. I say that because they are currently on floor 666. So this thing is at least twice as strong as anything else on this current floor. It could even be greater than that because I don't actually know how the power system works from one floor to the next, but let's just assuming that each floor is a percentage stronger, then yeah, this white dragon is on another level. Another weird thing is that apparently Magu Maji is alive. Yeah, so apparently the one that got crucified was actually her body double, and apparently it was so convincing it even fooled the Vice Principal. And the only reason why she came out of hiding now is because the White Calamity got released, and now she's all pissed off about that. She even tells the entire group to take responsibility, even though it's not their fault, it was the Vice Principal. Yakuto then says he'll seal it, but that's when Magu Maji points out that he's not a wizard and he can't do that. I think she was specifically talking about Choco being the one to seal it, but Yakuto says, no, I can handle it, and he starts to climb on the white dragon. So Choco realizes what Yakuto is going to do, and it involves his curse. Now, in the last chapter, I assumed, because the Vice Principal transformed into a giant, that when you master your power, you are able to transform into your ancestor. So, for example, Migito would be able to transform into a lich. But that's apparently not accurate. The Vice Principal's power is all his own, while Yakuto's ability to transform into a dragon is because of the curse. Yakuto was not cursed against his will. He chose to have the curse, because what the curse does, it allows him to transform into the Black Dragon in exchange for his life force. And right now, his plan is to seal the White Dragon inside of himself using the curse, so he can now access the White Dragon's power. But Choco points out that this is just going to speed up his life being ripped away from him. So he's getting even closer to death even faster. Which, once again, I don't expect anyone to survive at the end of the series except for one character. Choco, I think, is the only one who will survive. Everyone else, I think, is going to die. And Yakuto, at this very moment, is basically proving that to be a reality. But yeah, he decides to seal the white dragon inside of him, and he succeeds. And he transforms into a black and white dragon. Now, I say that, but he isn't actually a true black and white dragon, because his entire body is the white dragon, except for his one arm, which is the only part of him that's still black, which is really funny. Most likely, Yakuto will be able to transform into a true black and white dragon by the end of the series, when he gets his power back from the succubus Lilith. Once again, the vice principal starts shitting his pants, because now Yakuto, the person he's trying to kill, just transformed into a fucking black and white dragon. But the one who's the most impressed is actually Mago Magi. And she mentions that this is part of their creation myth of the underworld. Apparently, during the creation of the underworld, a black and white dragon was a part of it. Now, she doesn't say the black and white dragon actually created their world. It isn't their god. But it has something to do with the creation of the underworld. We'll probably get into more detail afterwards, when this fight is all done with the vice principal, and then Mago Magi will be able to explain basically the history of the underworld, which I'm really interested in. I love world building, so I'm actually more curious about that than even the fight with the vice principal. Like, I don't care about the vice principal fight anymore. I want to know about this creation myth. Like, that's just the kind of person I am. I like world building more than anything else. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up so you enjoy more Deadrock and other many things. Thank you, and have a great day.